Hey Leos, how's it going? Wow, long time no speak, huh? It's been quite a while. So before I start the reading, I'm going to welcome any new people and thank you for joining, always appreciated, and offer you all up an apology for my absence. I think the last reading I did was a December one, and you know, Christmas came, Christmas went, and the new year came, and obviously I had all my new year readings to do for my clients, and I was absolutely inundated. With that and my daytime job, I didn't really have much room for anything else, so apologies, but here I am, and February 2021 we're about to do now. For any new people, again, welcome. And what I do is I pre-shuffle the cards before I start recording because I only take the jumpers and sometimes it takes quite a while for them to jump out. So they've been meditated on, they're laid on the table, and we're ready to rock and roll. What I'm going to do before I start is I'm going to pull a wisdom oracle to frame this reading. So... yeah, so apology over. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing okay under the current lockdown. Quite unbelievable that we have another one, isn't it? But to be expected, actually. And hopefully we're not all struggling too much. I know that it's hard, isn't it, second time round? I think the novelty of it has worn off. Well, it wore off a long time ago, in fairness, but... yeah, it's like everybody, although we're never going to get back to the normal we knew, which is not necessarily a bad thing, we want a degree of normality. We want some structure back, don't we? Or at least I do anyway. I speak for myself, obviously, nobody else. That's one. Wow. But I want another one. Let's go for a second. Looks from the look of your reading, Leo, it looks like you've got a decision to make, or you're stuck. You're a bit stuck on what to do. So, but all will be revealed when we start the reading. But I do want the second oracle to jump out for you. So let's just persist with this for the time being. I think it's going to be important to read. So yeah. This is why I pre-shuffle before I start recording, because you can imagine when this happens, getting out the cards, and there are 5 in this, or should be 5, obviously more than one jumps out at a time sometimes, but imagine going through this 5 times. I don't think you really want to watch that, do you? Have you snoozing before anything's actually started. Right, I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles, and if it doesn't come out, I'm going to trust that the message that you need is all here on the table. So here, let's go. One more. Unbelievable. Just when I was going to stop as well. Wow, okay. Right, so the first one that came out, Leo, we've got the Observer. And sometimes that, you know, that's what we have to be. Rather than taking action, we just need to sit back and watch, don't we? And I think maybe this card is telling you to do that, rather than, you know, shoot from the hip. Just take a step back before you proceed. And then we've got mending. So there's some healing going on here, and I'm not surprised. It certainly shows in the spread. So let's get on with it. Right, so the overarching energy of the read, Leo, we've got the 2 of Swords. Now, this represents a fork in the road, so it's a decision or a choice that you have to make. And by the looks of the other cards sitting alongside it, I think that you're umming and ahhing. I also think that this decision is perhaps throwing you into a bit of flux. So let's get on. With the energy departing, Leo, we've got the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords there. Now, this can signify a search for stability, either that, or you're stagnating, or you're procrastinating. You're feeling a bit stuck here, you don't know what to do. And obviously it leads on very well from this decision, this fork in the road. So I have no doubt you're in search of stability. We all are constantly, aren't we? But if you're confused as to what to do next or what path to take, this is certainly saying that maybe you're having a bit of difficulty making that choice or decision. Now, moving on to the energy coming in for you, we've got Temperance and the Ace of Swords, and here we go again. This is balance coming in though. So if you are searching for balance, there is balance there, but because you're umming and ahhing about the fork in the road, about which path you're going to take or how you're going to do it or how you're going to treat it, this card is saying proceed with caution, because there are two choices here and you don't want to make the wrong one. Saying that, there are no wrong choices, because if you do take a wrong path, as we all do throughout our lives, spirit will redirect you to the right way. So absolutely don't worry. But this is stability coming in, but whatever choice you've got here to make is proceed with caution. And with the Ace of Swords on top of it, this is about new ideas and new concepts. This is about looking at something in a completely different way in order to, and I would imagine that that's the decision you've got to make. In order to make the right decision, perhaps apply lateral thinking to it rather than looking at it for what it actually is in the one-dimensional world. Just flip it over and see if you can't apply something different to it, and maybe instead of add something into the mix, or maybe take something out, or remove an element in order to make it work for you, for it to be its optimum. But yeah, new ideas and new concepts coming in here, and it's beautiful to see here, in fact, because it's about looking at life differently. It's about taking the same old thing from the same old day and saying, right, okay, this is what I've got. I can't, even if you can't make changes at the moment, how can I improve it? What can I add to it? And in order to make it more effective, do I have to remove anything or take anything away from it? So bear that in mind. That's the energy coming in. In the challenge position, we've got the Six of Pentacles, Six of Discs there. This is about perseverance. Your challenge is to persevere through it. These cards are very much showing that you're stuck, that you're struggling to make a choice, you're struggling to make a decision, perhaps because you don't like the decision you need to make or have to make. So although you are struggling, absolutely persevere, and there's nothing else we can do, is there, but plough through the pain sometimes. You can't go over it, you can't go around it, you have to go absolutely through it. You have to feel it, experience it, know you've dealt with it properly, and move on. So absolutely persevere. That's in your challenge position, Leo. I'm sensing that you're feeling quite anxious about something. I can actually feel it while I'm doing the reading, so yeah, bear that in mind. I've got, in the advice from Spirit, I've got Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Now, I'm not surprised to see the Eight of Wands here. This signifies a blockage, so there's obviously a blockage there. I suspect that you're feeling spiritually drained, in fact. Sometimes, we are in the second lockdown, and it may not be anything to do with that, but it has brought out so many different feelings in people, so many ways. We're reevaluating our lives and asking ourselves, is this how I want to be? Is this what I want to do? Is this how I want to do it? So you're feeling a bit blocked. Advice from Spirit, I'm glad the Ace is on top of it, because again, it's saying to you have to apply another way of looking at it. You perhaps need to shift your perception somewhere else, and in order to move forward from this blockage. We've got the challenge, the perseverance is here. So in order to overcome this blockage, look at it differently. And you've certainly got the new concepts and ideas coming into your immediate energy. So do remember that. So although you're feeling stuck, know that it can be overcome. You do have the challenge of persevering, but you can do it. You can do it, Leo. You know you can. You're the lion. You're strong. And also, before I come to the last card, I'm going to say it's we've got a full moon in Leo at the moment, haven't we? It came in on the 28th. Now, that, you know, that moon sparks in inspiration. It puts a crackle in the air of sort. It's there to tell us that we should encourage each other to shine brightly. And Leo, that's what you should be doing. It's in your sign at the moment. And what I will say, being a full moon as well, you know, a full moon is when the moon is near to the earth, isn't it? And when, as you know, as it nears the earth, the nearer it gets to the earth, the more everything is amplified. So if you are feeling a bit blocked here, you're probably feeling, or the feeling you have is probably worse than it actually is, because, you know, everything is amplified at the moment. So absolutely persevere and get through it. And instead of shooting from the hip with any decision you have to make, with whatever path that is, you know, these are that you have to choose from. With the Temperance card here, it's saying the balance is coming, but proceed with caution. So instead of going gung-ho and shooting from the hip, be the observer, retreat, you know, come out of it, look at it from the outside in, look at the blockage or whatever it is that's going on with you. Pretend it's not yours, pretend it's someone else's, and pretend that you're looking in on their blockage and they're asking you for advice. What advice would you give them? So absolutely look at it. You know, this reading is screaming, take a different perspective, look at it differently, apply different rules to it. But we've got the Knight of Cups as the potential outcome here. Knight of Cups, cups are emotion, but the knights signify action, move forward, and it's about doing it with passion. Knights don't hang around, they don't waste time. So once you've pulled back, you've done your introspection, you've had a look at whatever is going on here with different eyes, with fresh eyes, and when you've answered your own question, absolutely go for it, this is saying. But it looks like everything is clearing out here. It looks like you are bringing another thought process into it. Or if you're not, the cards are saying perhaps you should. So do bear that in mind if you're struggling. If you're not, then absolutely go for it. But whatever this is that you're struggling with, whatever the blockage is, it's not going to be around forever. I mean, you are mending. So these things are filtering out, and do remember the full moon, and everything is amplified when a full moon is around. So things are probably feeling a lot worse than they are at the minute. So really great potential in the read, Leo. And I'm not surprised to see blockages. It's something that's very common at the moment in most readings because people are in such a state of flux, and, you know, jobs are different, home life's different. You know, even going out is different, even down to our supermarket shopping, everything's different. So we're bound to feel a bit apprehensive about making changes and moving forward. So you're not alone, you're absolutely not alone, and you are on the mend. But let's see what the animal spirits have to offer for the month of February. This is Leo spirit for the month of February 2021. Thank you. Yeah, looks like you're having a bit of an anxious time at the moment. It's not going through the month. There are things you can do about it. So do, you know, if you are feeling anxious, perhaps listen to this again and see if anything makes sense to you. As a general read, it won't resonate with every Leo, so bear that in mind. Just take the nuggets that mean something to you and what's going on in your situation, use them as stepping stones to take yourself forward. You know, that's what it's all about. It's taking the bits that can help you and throwing light on a situation in a different way that, you know, perhaps you hadn't thought about. Right, Animal Oracle for Leo. And that's February 2021. Thank you, Spirit. Let's carry on going. Right, so we've got our card here. Let's see what it says. I'm dying to see it, actually. Surrender now. You've got to surrender. I mean, and that's a moth spirit. Moths signify transformation and, you know, transitioning. You're metamorphosing here. There's a massive, massive change going on. So this fork in the road that you've got, I suspect that it's really quite poignant. So so bear with me. I don't mean to filter down anything that anybody's going through, but it, you know, just because the moth is here, I would say, you know, you are going through something quite significant, but this is about metamorphosing. This is about up-leveling yourself. This is about changing everything. You know, when the moth sheds that skin, it's absolutely stunning. So bear that in mind. It's a period of transformation. You're going to get through it. Things are amplified because the full moon is around. So do bear that in mind, and you're going to be fine, Leo. Absolutely fine. I feel compelled to pull a Shaman oracle as well, just to put a cherry on the cake, just to see what the shamans have got to give us. So bear with me while I shuffle this. Yeah, I sense a bit of angst in this read, and of course that's absolutely normal under the circumstances, for all of us, for any sign, for human beings in general. So, but the cards are reflecting it, the anxiety. But absolutely persevere. That's the word of this read. Persevering is key. Proceed with caution. Yeah. Definitely demands a different perspective here. You know, I've just seen the moth spirit is number 39, which reduces to a 12. It reduces to a 3. And what are threes? Threes are about creativity. So you need to, you know, get creative with your thinking, guys. It's your aces here. It's the new ideas and concepts. You can do it. You know you can. I know you can. Sometimes we just need to hear it out loud and have a little bit of a push, and you know, call upon your friends, have a chat. And like I say, if you're feeling blocked somewhere, if you do have that blockage, take yourself out of the situation and look at it as if somebody else is going through it. Ask yourself the question. If you know, answer the question that you're asking. You know, when we do that, it's actually quite cathartic. Not too many there, but I'm going to keep on because I'd like a Shaman oracle for you. If it doesn't come out imminently, I'm going to take another wisdom card because I feel that there's another message somewhere for you. There you go. Always does it when I say I'm going to go to another deck or just stop shuffling. It's almost like they're daring me. Right, let's see. The Rainmaker. You dance to the beat of your own drum, Leo. You know what you're doing and you know what you've got to do. You know, a new idea. If you know, we've got this person here. We've got the wings of glory around him or her. It doesn't matter. It's not gender specific. But you make your rain. You know how to make this work. Persevere. Get through it. And your dance, you know, has to be your dance. It can't be the same as anyone else's. So you dance your way and dance to the tune of your own drum, and that's really important here. I feel took its time in coming out, so you know, and I'm just thinking about the Rainmaker card. You know, the natives have been doing it from old, haven't they? And they do it to bring abundance and prosperity to the lands, and this is you bringing abundance and prosperity to your mind, body and spirit. So bear that in mind as well. And it's, you know, it's mending. You are mending, and it's time for mending. Do ask yourself that question, whatever it is, whatever this question is. Ask yourself, how would you answer a friend if they were asking you that question? Okay, my Leo lovelies, I hope that makes sense to some of you. Obviously it won't to all. Have a wonderful February. I'm going to be back again next week with the energy reads. I'm hoping to resume my readings as normal now. And I'm a bit of a techie dinosaur. I'm sure you know that by now. And I've been told that that little like button on the videos is really important. So if you did like the video, please like, share and subscribe. I'm told that if you like the video, it gets out to more people who need to hear a message, so, or who is interested in this sort of content. So, so my lovely Leos, take care, have a wonderful February, take care, be kind to yourselves and each other, and toodle pip.